Stats Fight. Dern made a comeback and took revenge on Ribas in the main event of the first UFC event in 2025. On January 11, 2025, the UFC Fight Night 249 mixed martial arts tournament ended in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. American Mackenzie Dern and Brazilian Amanda Ribas competed in the main event of the evening. We report in detail how their rematch went. Diametrically opposed opening rounds. The fight begins cautiously. The girls spend the first minute standing. Nothing much is happening. Then, in the middle of 5 minutes, the turf makes a takedown. Mackenzie keeps his opponent on the canvas until the siren rings, adding points to her asset. In the second round, Ribas changes the situation in the cage. She expected a hip takedown, ended up on top of herself, and released Mackenzie only at the last minute. The course of the fight screen in the Stats Fight app perfectly demonstrates how the girl changed the opening round. According to G-Fight, Dern took the first leg with a probability of 51%, and Ribas took the second with a probability of 62%. A bright finish from the Dern in the third leg. Looking ahead, we note that the third round turned out to be very curious. Mackenzie dominates the clinch at the beginning, and then unexpectedly misses a takedown. Ribas controls the Dern on the canvas again, loading the opponent's head and body. This continues right up to the last minute of the segment, when Mackenzie finds himself in the top position. The American begins to hammer Amanda with short-range punches and eventually catches the Brazilian on the elbow lever, making another bright victory, for which she was given a bonus for the performance of the evening. Dern now ranks second in UFC women's history in terms of the number of submission finishes. She has 5 technique wins to her credit. Only Juliana Robertson has 7 more. Marks for the fight. Despite the defeat, Amanda Ribas showed a great performance and proved to be better than her opponent in key statistical indicators. 123 versus 68 in the number of thrown strikes in favor of Ribas. 73 versus 33 in terms of the number of landed strikes in favor of Ribas. 2 versus 1 in the number of successful takedowns in favor of Ribas. 63.33% versus 36.67% in terms of ownership of the initiative control in the ground in favor of Ribas. But Dern proved that sometimes statistics fade into the background in MMA. And Mackenzie received a higher rating for the fight from Stats Fight Performance to 8.0. As for Ribas, she received a rating of 7.2. Is there a trilogy waiting for us? The first fight between Dern and Ribas took place in 2019. Then Amanda turned out to be stronger by the decision of the judges. The comeback in today's fight allowed Mackenzie to compare the score in this confrontation. However, it is worth admitting that Dern's victory has left questions. According to the judges' notes, she was clearly inferior in the rematch. Given that the women's minimum division doesn't offer a wide choice of opposition for both ladies in the near future, it would be quite logical for the UFC matchmakers to organize Amanda's third fight with Mackenzie, which will finally set the record straight. If you like this review, then put a like. You can view statistics and analytics of other UFC fights in our Stats Fight, MMA Picks and Score app available in the App Store and Google Play.